हेलो गाइस, ग्रीटिंग्स, गुड मॉर्निंग। एक्चुअली इस वीडियो में हम लोग बात करेंगे इनकम स्टेटमेंट के बारे में। व्हाट इज़ द मीनिंग ऑफ इनकम स्टेटमेंट एंड हाउ इट्स इफेक्टिव। ओके, सो इसका डिटेल इन्फॉर्मेशन लेंगे। सो मेरे पास एक नोट है, उस नोट के हिसाब से मैं बताऊंगा आपको कि इनकम स्टेटमेंट का मतलब होता है कि इनकम स्टेटमेंट इज अ रिपोर्ट द रिजल्ट ऑफ एंटिटी ऑपरेशंस ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम सच एज ईयर। ओके, सो एक मतलब एक फिक्स ओवर पीरियड ऑफ द टाइम होता है। सो इसके बारे में बात करोगे तो मतलब इसी आई विल एक्सप्लेन अबाउट इट इन द इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज। सो इट मीन्स द इनकम स्टेटमेंट वो रिजल्ट देता है, इट इज गिव्स द रिजल्ट ऑफ द एंटिटी सो ऑपरेशन और ड्यूरिंग ऑफ द पीरियड। सो सपोज लाइक इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग द इनकम स्टेटमेंट फॉर द 1 month. Okay, suppose just I'm giving the examples. If you are preparing the income statement for the 1 month, so during the 1 month whatever the activities you have done, okay, so and to run that business organizations, to run that business, so for that the income statement, which one is that report which one you are preparing, that report is called the income statement. Okay, which is give you the net which is give you the income or loss. Okay, that will might be the give you the loss or profit. Okay, so it will be the like that. So in here you can see that income statement report the result of the entity operations over a period of time. So it's just on a period of time, like I had taken the example of the 1 month, so you can be take an example of the for 1 quarter, 3 month, 4 month, or 1 year to 1 year. Basically is 1 year. So here is you can see the formula. Income or loss is equal to revenue plus gain. Whatever the revenue you are getting, revenue means I will tell you that whatever the amount you are getting by selling your product. Okay, so that is the revenue. Gain means extra amount you are getting on that particular product, so that is called the gain, or minus expenses and losses. Okay, so here is this one, and thereafter we can see the informations like the following are the elements of an income statement. These are the elements. So revenue is an elements. Okay, gain is elements, expenses elements, losses are the elements. So here is notes that if you will be go step by step, then it will be easy for us. So here I will define about the meaning of revenue. Means the revenue means is a inflow or the other enhancement of assets or settlement of the liabilities. Okay, so here is saying that the or both. Okay, so either it could be the settlement of the liabilities, okay, or either enhancement in the assets. So both here is saying for delivering or producing goods, providing services, or other activities that qualify as ongoing measure or central operations. So इसका मतलब ये if is defining like that. So revenue means is those all the resources or all the transactions you can say. So those which one is or those all the revenue means is all those inflow resources from the outside is coming, which is enhancing in the assets value, okay, or reducing our liabilities. Okay, so that is means by the any activities if you are doing, like you are doing the any activities, okay, producing your product, delivering to the customer services or whomever. So these all the activities you are doing, and by that you are getting extra money which is helping to enhance in your assets. That is called the revenue. So see here is saying is in overall we can say that it is talking about the sales only. So if you are producing the goods or services for what, to sell, right? So if you are producing the goods and services to the sale, so then definitely it is the revenue. And again he is saying the increasing in equity or net assets other than from revenue or investment by owners. Okay, here is again means is saying that the increasing in equity or net assets. देखो if you define about the net income, the gain or equity means it is increasing the value of your company. No, that is the meaning of, right? So if your equity is increasing, equity price is increasing, that means your net assets value of the company is increasing. That's after the deducting all the settlement of the liabilities, whatever the extra amount is, that is called the gain. Expenses, outflow, and the same definition as in a revenue it is. So outflow or other use of assets or increase in the liabilities, okay, or both, by delivering or producing the goods or services, others providing services or other activities that is qualified as an ongoing measure or central operation. So it means same expenses is so to the producing of the goods, services, delivering that. So whatever the expenses is you are occurring from the outside, okay, which is reducing your net assets value, okay, and it is the outsources of the resources, okay, it is increasing the liabilities is also. So this all coming under the expenses, and losses are the same. losses after the, like I have saying that the decreasing in equity are getting the decrease, okay, which may or may not occur, okay. So our net assets is getting decreased, other than from expenses are distributed to the owner, okay. So distribution to the owner means so if you have defined, so from there we are giving some extra when we are making the money in the business entity. So when you have given the owners, so we cannot consider that amount is like you are the owner of the any company and you are taking the some like withdrawing from there, so drawings account is creating now, so that is not a loss, okay, that is not coming under the loss. So but the and also distributed to the owners and what is called other than from expense or other than from the expenses, is that all coming under the losses. So losses means after which is after all the activities is done, all the activities is done in the business operations, and at the last whatever the result you are getting, if it is the decreasing your assets, so that result is called the loss, okay. So in the simple sense we can also say that the if you have by the 5 dirham something and 5 rupees something and you are selling in the 4 dirham, so there is 1 dirham is loss for you, there is not expenses. Is the expenses is that like you are going to buy the something 5 dirham, so that means to reach that place whatever the expenses you have done, like you are expend your time, like so you can call the time is also the money. So in this sense I'm saying, so you are expense your time, like you are going to somewhere in the bike, so whatever the fuel expense, so that is could be the your expenses, like whatever the depreciation could be the for the bike for that particular time, so that could be the expenses, not the from the 5 dirhams you have deducted from the 1 dirham, so that could not be, okay. But yes, it is like that, like when you have buy on the 5 dirham, okay, or you are installing somewhere something, so it means like that the expenses which you have done, like depreciations of your bike, fuel charge of your bike, your time expenses, whatever the time you have money made it, so that all you are added in your that 5 dirham some things, okay, and you buy at the 5 dirham, okay, but you add that and you fix the price of this product for the this much, like 1 dirham 2 dirham or add 1 dirham extra, like 6 dirham you add, okay. So now you are selling at the how much, what is called that 4 dirham, right? So in case you're not supposed to be sell at the 5, but you are 4, but you are selling because of the some circumstances, so on that time, so okay, that is the loss for you, the 2 dirham, yes, that is called the loss. So loss is in a part of the expenses is in a part of the loss, okay, you understood it. Then we are going on the next word. Here's a saying, so let me take you by this way. Here's a saying that now all transactions affect the net change in equity during the period, okay, during the period are included in income except which transactions. So here is saying the every transaction is affecting in the net changes in the equity in the income statement during the period, but included in except this income, okay. So these transactions, like as a transaction with the owner, it is not expecting to the what is called income statement, okay. period adjustment, first before we had done some पहले कुछ adjustment कर लिया हो तो that is not affecting, such as error corrections or changes in the accounting principles, okay. और हो गया जैसे कि item reported initially in other comprehensive income, and some items होता है जो other comprehensive income में आप add कर चुके हो, that is not a coming is here, transfer to and from appropriate retained earning. So after retained earning जो ट्रांसफ़र कर चुके हो वो भी इसमें इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ता है, ओके. सो रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंसेस गेन एंड लॉसेज आर द टेम्प्रोरी अकाउंट. देखो इस अकाउंट को क्यों टेम्प्रोरी अकाउंट कहते हैं, बिकॉज रिकॉर्ड द ट्रांजेक्शन इवेंट एंड अदर सर्कमस्टांसेस ड्यूरिंग अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, एक टाइम के लिए रहता है. दिस अकाउंट्स आर क्लोज्ड एंड रिड्यूस्ड टू जीरो एट द एंड ऑफ द अकाउंटिंग पीरियड, ओके. देखो यही होता है ना, मतलब ये टेम्प्रोरी अकाउंट कहता है बिकॉज ऑफ दिस अकाउंट इज गोइंग टू बी क्लोज्ड एट द लास्ट ऑफ द एंड ऑफ द पीरियड, ओके. एंड ऑफ द पीरियड में इसको बंद कर देते हैं, क्योंकि नेट इनकम और नेट लॉस जो आया रहता है उसको बैलेंस शीट में ट्रांसफर कर देते हैं और बैलेंस शीट एक परमानेंट अकाउंट हो जाती है. सो देन आफ्टर इज सेइंग दैट फॉर एग्जांपल्स इनकम और लॉस फॉर द पीरियड nominal account, okay, it is coming under the nominal account, right. So it's close to retained earnings. So real account, retained earning is close to the real account. इस क्लोज टू द रिटेन अर्निंग। रिटेन अर्निंग में जो होता है ना सो क्लोज कर देता है। और रिटेन अर्निंग मतलब होता है कि वो अमाउंट जो मतलब दिखाती है किधर, बैलेंस शीट में एट द एंड ऑफ द रिपोर्टिंग पीरियड। देखो रिटेन अर्निंग्स का मतलब होता है वो अमाउंट जिससे कि आप सब कुछ दे चुके हो, ओके, कंपनी को नेट इनकम दे चुके हो। नेट इनकम का देने के बाद मतलब जो डिविडेंड दे देते हो ना, और डिविडेंड ऑनर सबको देने के बाद जो वट एवर द अमाउंट इज द रिमेनिंग विथ यू, दैट इज कॉल्ड द रिटेन अर्निंग। बिकॉज द बिजनेस ऑनर्स यूजुअली नॉट ऑनर्स एंड द आई कैन से द business board of the directors, they are deciding, their management team are deciding that the whatever the return earning we have, now we can be invest this money to increase the business, okay, enhance the business development. So for that purpose they are keeping those money into the business organizations. And so here is a lot of the questions can be arise, because the owners will say that whatever the money we had made, like as the shareholders especially, because they are the owner, but actually in the general concept you will think like as not aware of, about the everything of the shareholders. So they will say we have just invested a certain percentage, so why we need to be invest in this businesses again. It's better I'll just take all the money and invest it somewhere else. No, it is not happen, okay. It's you are the owner of the company, and you are under the some kind of the criteria, some kind of the rules. So you have to be follow the management instructions, management rules and regulations, company rules and regulations. Because you sometime in your mind will come that this business can maybe get down, or it will go on the loss. So it's on the future plan, so that management is deciding, not you, okay. So it's all depend on the management rule or company rule. So here is a type of the cost and expenses. Which kinds of the types of the cost and expenses? Here is I can say, here is saying that the expenses recognitions principles are associating, okay, associating cause and effects, systematic and rational allocations, and immediate recognitions. So here saying that the expenses रिकॉग्नाइजेशन प्रिंसिपल्स जो एक मतलब मैचिंग प्रिंसिपल के रूप में आती है, ओके। सो उसके बारे में मतलब बात किया गया है कि एसोसिएशन कॉज एंड इफेक्ट्स वो कैसे सिस्टमेटिकली इफेक्ट पाती है, और आपको उसके बारे में मतलब जानना कैसे जरूरी है कि मतलब सो उसका मतलब रिकॉग्नाइजेशन आप कैसे कर सकते हो। देखो इधर बोलते हैं कि एक में कि मैचिंग इज, ओके, मैचिंग इज इसेंशियल synonyms with associating cause and effects under the मैचिंग प्रिंसिपल, ओके। मैचिंग प्रिंसिपल्स का मतलब होता है सबसे पहले कि एसोसिएटिव मीन्स लिखा होता है मैंने संगठित, और मैचिंग मीन्स लोकेट मीन्स बांटना होता है। तो देखो मैचिंग का मतलब होता है कि वो पता है आपको कि मतलब एक मिलान करना। तो मैचिंग प्रिंसिपल के अंडर में मतलब ये होता है कि जिस ईयर का एक्सपेंसेस है ना, उसी ईयर का गेन उसमें लिखा जाएगा। अगर उस ईयर में अगर हम लोगों ने एक्सपेंसेस नहीं किया है तो उसका गेन हम लोग नहीं लिख सकते, लेकिन हाँ लॉस लिखना पड़ेगा आपको, कि इनकेस अगर आप कुछ हो जाए तो लॉस अगर नहीं रिटर्नेबल रहता है तो हम लोगों को करना पड़ता है, लेकिन गेन का कोई भरोसा नहीं रहता, इसीलिए। तो रिकॉग्नाइजेशन शब्द वही बोलता है। तो सच डायरेक्ट रिलेशनशिप इज फाउंड व्हेन कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड इज रिकॉग्नाइज्ड इन द सेम पीरियड एज द रेवेन्यू फ्रॉम द सेल ऑफ गुड्स, ओके। सो समझ गए होंगे। अब रिटेलर में देखोगे, अगर रिटेलर में हम कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड कैसे निकालते हैं, तो कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड अगर निकालते हैं, सो हाउ वी आर फाइंडिंग आउट द कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड इन द व्हाट इज कॉल्ड in the retailer business entity, okay. So in the retailer business entity, if you are finding the cost of goods sold, so here you can see, here we can see that it's saying that beginning inventory 10,000 10,000, okay. Then after we can see the net purchase, whatever the purchase they have did in that period, particular period, they edit प्लस फैट इन, ओके, जो चार्ज लगता है उससे फैट इन कहते हैं। कोई मतलब लाने वक्त में कोई जैसे कि होता है ना फी, एक पार्टिकुलर फी, दैट फी इज कॉल्ड फैट इन, okay. And then you will add that all, then it will become the goods available for sales, okay. And if you remove from the reduce the ending inventory, you will get the cost of goods sold. So this is called under the, this is coming under the what is called for the income statement of the retailers. Income statement you can say, or it is you can say the cost of goods sold to found it, because usually these questions are coming in the CMA. For the manufacturer it is could be the different, it could be the little different, not just little different, it is could be the very different, okay. So here you can see the for the what is called for the manufacturer, and especially in the US CMA these questions of the income statement is coming from this part is only, and it is coming under this manufacturer, for the manufacturers, especially for the manufacturers it is come. So here we can see that for the manufacturer, if you define that here first of all list they are taking beginning direct material inventory, beginning direct material inventory. Then whatever the purchase you have did in that particular period, so purchase during the period will be the added and reducing or deduct from their ending direct material inventory. Whatever the ending direct material inventory you have in that particular time period of the time, you will reducing from there. Okay, so when you are reducing, so you'll get, so what you are adding direct material, which is direct material, beginning direct material. Then whatever the material you have purchased that particular time of the period, that you are adding and reducing or deducting from their ending direct material. So it is coming direct then it's come, then you'll find that what direct material used in production. So whatever the amount you are used direct material used in the productions is there, and then direct in that you will add direct labor, okay, and manufacturing overhead. So in the manufacturing overhead there is coming the fixed and variable overhead. About this overhead we have a topic is in the later few classes. Okay, so direct labor cost and the manufacturing overhead cost. So direct labor cost and manufacturing overhead, if you add in that direct material used, you will get the total manufacturing cost. So to getting the total manufacturing cost, just close your eyes and demand this format, because this format is the most important and very important. Okay, so in the direct material used in productions, we will add direct labor plus manufacturing overhead, where is in a fixed and variable is. Okay, so then you'll get what total manufacturing cost. Okay, whatever the total manufacturing cost is. Okay, so now you'll get the and then in that, and then in the total manufacturing cost you will add beginning work in progress, with beginning work in progress inventory. Okay, so beginning work in progress inventory, and then you will reduce, you will add that and reduce and deduct from there ending work in progress inventory. Okay, then you will find what cost of goods manufactured. Okay, so you are found here is how many steps you have completed? 3 steps. One is a direct material used in productions, another is a manufacturing cost. Okay, total manufacturing cost, that is called, and then after work in progress you are adding, then you are getting that what cost of goods manufactured. You are getting what cost of goods manufactured. Okay, and here now in the cost of goods manufactured we are adding what cost of beginning finished goods. Okay, beginning finished goods inventory we are adding here. So in the another part side is it is, so here we can see the beginning inventory we have already added the 600, and now here we are adding the ending finished goods inventory, which is 1100, and it is called the cost of goods sold. It is 10,000. So 10,000 is in a cost of goods sold. So you can see the to getting the cost of goods sold, how many steps we have to pass. See, one is a direct material direct material used in productions. This one you have to be passed. Okay, direct material used in productions. Thereafter you have to be total manufacturing cost. After the direct material there is getting the direct total manufacturing cost. Thereafter you will get the cost of goods manufactured. Okay, and at the last you are getting the cost of goods sold. Okay, so this is the process of total process of the cost of goods sold to found in the income statement. Okay, for the manufacturing area. So for the manufacturing area, it will just close the eyes. Okay, now just close eyes and remind it what it is. The first of all is there is the beginning direct material used. Thereafter you are adding the whatever you have purchased in the during the period. Okay, then after you are deducting from there ending direct material used, then you are getting whatever then you are getting the direct material used in productions. Okay, in that you are adding the direct labor and manufacturing overhead. Okay, so in the manufacturing overhead is a fixed and variable, and you are adding those both expenses, and then you are getting what total manufacturing cost. Okay, in the total manufacturing cost you are adding beginning work in progress and reducing or deducting ending work in progress, and then you are getting the total cost of goods manufactured. Okay, whatever the in the total cost of goods manufactured you are getting, right? You can see here cost of goods manufactured. So total cost of goods you are getting the manufactured, and then you are adding beginning finished goods and ending finished goods, and then you are getting the ending closing cost of goods sold. Sorry. So this one is a, this note is not mandatory if you are noting, because the questions is coming only from there. Okay, and other expenses are coming. So like general, here you can see general administrative expenses are included for the benefit of the expenses as a whole and are not related wholly to a specific functions, example selling or manufacturing. Okay, so these are the coming the other expenses which is not coming this under the cost of goods sold. Okay, so administrative expenses are incurred for the benefit of the enterprise as whole and are not related wholly specific functions. Okay, so they are the like legal, accounting, other fee, professional services, like office salaries, insurance. These are the coming under the income statement, but it is not coming under the cost of goods sold, manufacturing and selling related expenses. Okay, so these are the not coming there. Interest expenses, interest related expenses is also not coming there. You can see there is an interest. So in the case of the bond, notes, payables, finance lease, these are the, so income statement format. If you will get the define about the income statement, so here we just in this video we have discussed about the how to find the cost of goods sold. So in the another video we'll talk about the format of the income statement.